Hello class, it's Instructor Page. I can't believe we are now in week 5 of this class. As you know, we are working toward our informative speeches, and this week you'll be looking for 3 credible sources for those speeches. You will want to find credible sources, of course, is what I call them. Those are sources that kind of avoid opinions. You're going to want to look for sources, that are from the Kansas State Library, or from the library, Fort Scott, or books. I'll give more details about that, of course, but try to avoid things like Wikipedia. If you want to use Wikipedia, that is fine, but scroll all the way to the bottom when you search something and look for the resources that they use. That way you can link to those rather than the Wikipedia itself and use those sources for your speeches. You will need 3 credible sources. That means you're going to want to avoid blogs or opinion pieces or subjective or objective. You're going to want to look for an authoritative research, something where you know from the person who is writing about it that they have the credibility to support that topic. Like, for instance, I teach public speaking. I have a master's in communication, a bachelor's in communication. I have 7+ years in the field of communication and working on a graduate degree in that field as well. And that's my background. But say I'm going to write a paper for a class on, gardening. I'm thinking of that because we're working on that right now. But think about if I was writing a paper on that, yes, I could grab research. But if you're going to use my research paper for supporting your own topic, you would know that I really don't have the authority or the credibility to use that as a source because I don't really have the background in it. Look for sources where they have authority of that information, if that makes sense. Hopefully that's a weird analogy. We'll see if it works. Let me know if that doesn't make sense. But I wanted to kind of show you where to get some credible sources, which is of course from our own library. I'm going to see if this will let me pop out for you. Yay. So you can kind of see my little slide here. It's not coming. But here, if we go to the fortscott.edu webpage, here you'll see it might look different on different devices. But if you go to the academics part and you scroll all the way down to library, you click on that. And that'll lead us to the library, of course. You may have to do some more scrolling, and with my video it might be difficult to see things. But you'll want to scroll down here, and it's toward the end, but you'll look for databases, which is basically peer-reviewed articles, things that have been searched by those in the field to be established as authoritative sources, if that makes sense. And here I'm going to click on the Kansas State Library databases. These other ones are good, but those are for more medical style. I'm going to click on that, and here you'll be able to start searching for things. There are different little links where if you're focusing on things like this, it can help be more specific, specified, or you can just search things like that. But this is a good resource. I do recommend using this if you want to for your speeches, or things like Google Scholar are very good, or I may link to a few more, but try to find ones that are more, authoritative, more, you've looked through it. But of course, if it's a topic where you can't find research, or you're having trouble, that's okay. Reach out to me. You're just needing 3 sources that you've at least tried to find credible ones for. Just avoid blogs or things like that. You're going to try to get a pretty good research. But here this is just an idea of how to find the library, because sometimes that can be new for some who are online. For your speeches, you're going to need 3 sources. They'll need to be in APA. I can actually show you what is in your assignment. This might pop up. You might see quite a few things here, which is funny. I have too many tabs at a time. This is your assignment. You'll basically have the 3 citations. So here is where you'll put the citation in APA, which there are easy bibliography that you can do online. I really recommend using Purdue OWL APA. That is helpful with really knowing how to do it. Now, of course, I'm not one of those instructors where if you do it wrong, you're going to get in trouble. And this is all about learning. And APA is different, and We do that one because I know in English 101 they're working on APA, and I wanted to try to, link to that, and that's why we're doing the APA style. And basically you'll put that in here as best as you can. If it's not perfect, it's okay. And then basically down here afterward, you're going to briefly summarize the information. This would be our central idea of the topic. And then of course here, I'm going to want to make sure that you've finalized your topic, because I'm going to use this later and look back on it when you present your speeches to kind of have something to look at. This is an idea of what to expect this week and how to find those tools and sources, the library resource. But of course, for those who can, this is an online class, you can come to the library here on campus. Our librarian, Susie Arvidsson, is very great at helping you find sources, and she'll have an idea of what authoritative sources are. She'll be able to help you understand what I'm talking about. You can reach out to her. She's Susie, SUSIEA, at fortscott.edu. She is a wonderful resource for finding these sources. But I wanted to give a quick video to kind of give you some ideas of what I'm looking for this week to kind of help you. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm excited to see you all soon in a few weeks.